WWE has a big issue involving Sami Zayn. In today's video, we are going to be discussing what is going on with one of the more over WWE stars that the company has. Now, Sami Zayn, well, it's been a little rough the last few months. Think about it. He has gone from being in a prominent situation on WWE television, a prominent feud with Kevin Owens, and then just dropped from storylines altogether after that, to the point where he didn't even make it on the WrestleMania card, despite him being one of the more over guys that WWE has under contract. He didn't make the cut. Sorry, pal. Maybe next time, next year. Keep in mind that Sami Zayn was in a very, very big storyline a year ago at WrestleMania 40 when he challenged and ultimately dethroned Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Well, the good news is WWE, they've opted to reward Sami Zayn for his efforts over the last year and reward him for his patience in the last few months. Yes, it was a good storyline with Kevin Owens. Yes, he had a heck of a match. That is in the past, and it's time to look forward. There's a reason why your windshield is much bigger than your rear view mirror, and I think for all of us, that's what Sami Zayn fans have to do. So, if you look at this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, WWE, well, they started something very interesting. There's just one problem. Not even Sami Zayn can do this for them. And that's what we have to address. So you saw it. Sami Zayn last week, post episode of Monday Night Raw coming out of WrestleMania. Sami Zayn was part of a segment with Jimmy and Jey Uso celebrating Jey's World Heavyweight Championship title win. It was a big, big deal. And then fans were like, okay, he's back. He's back on television. What are we going to be doing now with Sami Zayn? Well, this week on Monday Night Raw, he has entered into a feud with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. This is the problem. As they're going back and forth, as there's interactions between Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins, a duo in which just aligned a week ago, and our heels were getting cheered when going up against Sami Zayn. That is not what WWE wants. The reason that Sami Zayn is in this spot is for two reasons. Number one, he is a babyface who is super over with the fan base, hoping to get them over as well, right? You have to get them over as a duo before you do the Roman Reigns CM Punk tag team match. Well, we then have a situation in which, all right, number two, Sami Zayn's a really good worker, both in the ring and out of the ring, on the mic, etc. So he's a good dance partner as well. So he's going to do everything for you. The only problem is WWE fans, they're not buying it. Now, a lot of people will say, well, this is a Sami Zayn problem. No, it's not a Sami Zayn problem. Sami Zayn is still a really over babyface. Sami Zayn is still a guy that gets sympathy and support and still has a loyal fan base. That is not the issue. The issue is you have Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins who are looked at as cool. It's no different from the NWO, D-Generation X, The Shield, the Wyatt family, any faction, any tag team that are supposed to be heels, the Hurt Syndicate, that are supposed to be heels, but they're cool and fans want to see and they like and they believe in and they want to see succeed, they will be turned into tweeners. Not full baby faces because they're still acting as heels. It's no different from like Roman Reigns. He's always been a tweener. He never turned babyface, right? That's a problem. But it's not a Sami Zayn problem. It's the fact that you have Braun Breaker, who the fans absolutely adore, and they turned him into a tweener before he dropped the IC title. And you have Seth Rollins, who was a babyface, who everyone likes because his character is great. It's his best character that he's done since his, title run and before he met The Fiend. So 2020, 2018, 2019-ish. And you have Paul Heyman, and they're coming off this major turn angle where Paul and Seth align and they turn on Roman and Punk. They have so much momentum behind them. so much goodwill with the fan base that the fan base don't necessarily want to, boo them as heels. They just want to see what they're going to do next. And they're just cool in general, so they're going to cheer for them. So what can WWE do? I think you have to let this storyline breathe a little bit. I think you have to let it cook. I think you have to keep going and keep getting more and more heat from Seth and Braun on Sami. I want them to go out there and destroy Sami Zayn every single week. I want them to destroy him in this match. I want them to get as much heat as possible. And how do you do that? By not giving the fans what they want, because they still want to cheer Sami Zayn. They still love Sami Zayn. They just have a new toy. It's shiny, it's new, it's fresh. But after a while, it'll wear out and you'll go back to your favorite toy. And that's Sami Zayn. So don't look at it as a Sami Zayn problem. Don't look at it as a situation in which Sami Zayn is doing wrong or WWE's booking of Sami Zayn is wrong. That is not the case. The case is you have to let it breathe. You have to let it cook with this heel turn. And I think once you do that, then you will realize, hey, these are bad guys. These are heels. Fans are going to boo them. And then once it comes time, I assume SummerSlam, I could be wrong, but I assume SummerSlam, then we'll get Roman and we'll get Punk and we'll get that big tag team match and we will have our traditional CM Punk babyface, our tweener Roman Reigns, and our heel Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker with that evil and nasty Paul Heyman. That's where we're going. You just got to let it breathe a little bit. And I think once you do that, you'll be fine. Now, is this necessarily the greatest of news for Sami Zayn and Sami Zayn fans? No. No, it's not. If you go with what I'm pitching, this man is going to be, they're going to accuse WWE, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman as burying Sami Zayn. And they're not. He's being used in a prominent storyline. And they're actually rebuilding him as a babyface, if you think about it in the same time, because you're getting more sympathy for Sami. It's like, man, if Sami can just overcome this, if he can just get away from these guys, if he can just get his hands on them, if he can actually put up a fight against them, then, oh man, Sami Zayn's going to be running off and he's going to be running hot. That's what you got to look at like that. He doesn't always have to win. He doesn't always have to win championships. But if you can use him in a way in which still gets him over, there's ways to do that without him winning and winning championships. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments area below. What do you think about my proposal? Do you think it's a good idea, a bad idea? What do you think is happening with Sami Zayn and his booking?